about indexing, SQL Server indexing. Before we start, I would like to let you know that I make videos on SQL Server every day in both of the language, Hindi as well English. So yeah, this session I'm going to record in the English about SQL Server indexing. Indexing, it means I will record and I will try to explain in best of the way. Okay. So before starting, I would like to show you what's the kind of the index, what's the roles of the index. So before going to start, I would like let you know what is the index. So basically index is mainly 10 types. So basically this is the kind of the index, and almost it is the 10 types of the index. So the thing is that the index I'm going to cover innovation. I'll make in this way. Okay, so these are the 10 of the index, basically 10 types of the index. But what we will cover actually most of the important things is that only these three kinds of the index is the main basic index. By the way, clustered and non-clustered index is the basic index, and these are the not a basic, but this is really a kind of the index. So index can be in only two types, whether it's a clustered index or not clustered index, non-clustered index. So let us see what's the roles of the index. Basically index what does it it help us to reduce the IO cost CPU to perform any kind of the query. Suppose there is a tables which is the superstore tables of the Tableau database, Tableau application, and the same way I can see here in the SQL Server. Okay, so firstly I just select the table, that is the orders. So I run simple this query, select star from orders. Okay, so see here, if you see if you notice that there are almost nearly 10,000 of the rows. Okay, so what happened, SQL, if you make any query, like if you want to see the particular customer name, particular customer ID, particular row number, particular customer ID, order ID, ship date, row ID, any kind, so simply we will write a query in this way, like select star from orders where customer name equals pet crate. So it will give you the records which whether customer name is pet crate. Okay, so mainly what will do, the SQL Server will check each and every records, okay, each row, and it will check whether customer name is this pet crate, then it will get out the record. Again it will go for the next, again next rows, next records, and when it will find the particular, then it will give you the records as an output. But what happens, it will definitely take a time, because SQL Server doesn't know that whether is the where it's the records are available. Maybe it's in the first row, maybe it's in the 10,000 bottom side of the rows. So what index does, index can make a mechanism so that data can be in an ordered way, so that SQL Server very easily can get the records whatever query you are asking. So like if I simply run a query which is named the select star from query is like select star from orders where customer name equals pet crates. So when I run the query, it will give you some records in this way. So like you can see that there are almost 25 records here. So what happened, basically SQL Server goes each and every, like this is the record coming from the row number 9271, like 9,000. I told you that here records is nearly 10,000, 998, near about this. So like if I want to show you how many records are here, so check here, yeah, and I go to the bottom side. So you check here, total records is 99,000. Okay, so see, when you run any kind of the query, whether it's name of the customer name, any kind of the query, SQL Server will check each and every rows. It definitely cost to the IO cost, it means CPU cost utilized. Also it will take some time to processing, because it's checking each and every rows. So there is some method then can reduce the unnecessary utilization of CPU, and we can run n numbers of the query in a less time. So that's a basic idea of the mechanism of the index. The some other we can say like a book. So for very an example of the index, see like this is the same as per in our the book when we read in a class, college or school. So when you open the book, there is the index which is the content. So same like here you can see that what is on the page number 1. So these data are arranged on a page wise. Okay, so now if you want to know which on a particular page, like if you want to know which what chapter is on a 126, what's the chapter on 40 page, what's the chapter on 19 page, 24 page, very easily I can go here and easily I can identify which page on the particular which what's the subject on a particular page. So this data I can check here on a page wise, because here the data are arranged in a page wise, not in a chapter wise. Okay, because chapter is a random number, it's not ordered as alphabetical, but when we see page which is the ordered in a number basis, like a ascending number. Okay, so that's the kind of the indexing. I can say it's like a cluster index, but cluster index is technically I will show you deep down cluster index how is exactly a cluster index. Okay, so another way, it's the starting of the page, like any of the class book or syllabus book you find in the web. So the another kind of the index is that, like when you go in that you cannot find the particular content. Like if you want to know any kind, like if you want to know Europe, you want to know any kind of the like sun, Mars, universe, any particular topics. Like in a computer you want to know what's the primary key, so you can't find a primary key because it's a page wise and you cannot see all the content. Okay, so when you go at the end side of the page, end side of the book, you will find some kind of the like these pages, that's an index. So all the terms are here ordered by on their terms as a alphabetical wise. Okay, so very easily you can find particular content on the page wise as per the alphabetical order they are ordered. So if you want to know the what's the like installation, so very easily you will know installation, it's start from the I character, alphabet I. So you will directly go in the alphabet I here. So you will follow as the dictionary way, then you will very easily find the installation INS, it's on the page number 1. So very easily you can go on the page number 1. It means you do not have to go through the entire of the book for a particular terms. So the same way you want to know how to dial the number, how the call waiting, what is the battery. So if you want to know about the battery, then you will go the index end side, because battery is the number, does not name of the chapter, it's just name of the content, might be name of the terms, maybe name of the concept. So you will find a battery is the alphabetical of the B of the character. So you will go just in a B section and you will skip other sections. Very quickly you will go here and you will find battery, about a battery there is mentioned on page number 9 and page number 38. So the same way computer uses the indexing in exactly the same way. So let us see here on our SQL server. So SQL server very easily, if we make an index, then might be data may be in order. So if I make an data in order base, SQL server very easily can go on the particular point, a particular memory location, and it will fetch out the particular records what you are asking. Okay, so the same way if I write a query here, like select star from orders where ship mode equals first class. So when I run the query, it will get the particular records from the using the this filter. Whether we are using any kind of the order ID, then I can write the same query here. Select star from orders, and now I am making a filter where order ID equals, I copy any of the order ID here and execute this query. and now I notice that I will get particular records, but SQL Server it doesn't know. By default SQL Server doesn't know where is situated this records. So SQL Server will go through each of the row. So this is called the table scan, and table scan means it will scan entire the table, each and every row one by one. Okay, so it will take us some times. Actually this is not a very huge data, but when in real life when you are working on a project, then it's maybe numbers of the millions of the records, so it will definitely impact of the processing. So now let us come to our points. What's the kind of the index, and let us I explain to you. So basically there are the three index I'm going to explain, but basically these are the two index. Rest three index are not so important, but definitely if you want to really learn, then you can comments, and I will make a session or make a lecture on the particular all the indexing. So you can also drop me your message or your query here. This is the my Telegram ID, and I will accept all your query and questions. So if you have any kind of the suggestion, any kind of the query, you can ask me here on Telegram. So as per the Indian time I make a session, as per Indian time I make a Telegram, I take a your all query on 9 PM every day as per Indian time. So you can ask me. This is my Telegram ID, Kumar Analytics. So very easily you can find me on Telegram, Kumar Analytics. So you can write and you can talk me over Telegram at 9 PM evening. Okay, so let us see what's the clustered index. A clustered index, it means the indexing inside the table. Inside the table, it means it will try to make orders of the table. By default, when you see, like this is our table. So see our tables, which is this, which is the table. The table we are going to use in our SQL query and SQL session. So see what is the data. If you see the data, same data are in my SQL Server. I have already written a script so that I can save the time for you. So what happen when you go here and you want to fetch any particular of the query, particular records. So if you see that all the records are not in a particular order, like employee ID, this is 136, then 124, then 137. So if you go, but when you make a this data in a particular order, it means that you make an indexing on there. That's called a cluster index. Cluster index, it means that it will exist in the physically in the particular table. On table you are making a cluster index, it will exist inside the table, and it will enforce the orders or the sequence of the tables. So any entry you are making, it will try to maintain the sequence of the table. For an example, I make another table, like I say ID name, and see here, this is a table, I say it's a table name is TBL1. Okay, and you are making, and you made a cluster index over here. Clustered index, and you said cluster index on ascending way, on ID column, and name of the column is ID, and you said ascending order. Okay, by default ascending. If you are just writing like here cluster index, then it's all the same, because if you are not mentioning any index, it's a by default cluster index. So like I say its ID is equal 10 and name is like Kumar. Okay, so it's okay. First entry has been inserted when you run insert query. Then next what you say that now you want to say like a 9, and again you are saying like any name, like I say Tom. Okay, so you will notice that it will try to make an, as per the clustered index, it will try to make an order, maintain the order. So it will check that ID has been applied as index. So ID 9 is less than 10, so it will go to the upper side of the 10. Okay, so this record would be like this. Kumar would be downside. Okay, and yeah, when you again so this way when you make an entry, it will automatically try to maintain its order. Okay, as per the index. So that's called a cluster index. A cluster index is really very good, but it has some drawback that cluster index is little bit slower, and another thing is that cluster index can be only one entire table. Okay, if you are making any table, then you can apply cluster index only one column. So like whether you can make an ID or you can make a on name basis. because if you are trying to say multiple index cluster index, so how it will try, it will manage its sequence. Like if you say that T is alphabetical, it's a descending way. If you say descending way, T it will be downside to the Kumar and Kumar would be upper side. If you are saying ascending order on the index on the name, but what happened, you also say that index on ID column, so it will definitely violation, it will conflict to each other. So that's the reason why you can make only cluster index on a single column only. A primary key itself a cluster index. So now I show you how you can make a cluster index. Okay, so I had made here a table. I run the table. Sorry, firstly I'll create a table. I use another database, my class. Okay, so I show you, here is the table I'm trying to create. So I open the database, which is the person table, inside of my class, this, and this is the table. Now table name is the person table. Okay, so person table already exists. So firstly I will drop the table, drop table, person table. I drop here, and now I run this. Yeah, table has been created successfully, and now I refresh it, and now I show you there is the 4 columns. Same here, employee ID, F name, last name, department, city, and I show key constraint. There is no constraint, no indexing. Okay, so now I insert some records here, and now see here, select star from person table. Okay, now execute this, and you will notice that all the record has been inserted in the same order as here insert query has been run. Okay, so 124, 153, 109, the same way the all records has been inserted. So what happen if you run any query, like if I want to run I say select star from person table where emp id equals 153, or I can say greater than 140, any kind of the query you run here. So it will check logically here, logically this way. So 4 records here, and now notice it will go and it will check whether employee ID is 143 greater than 140. No, it's not, this is, so it will take out, and again this not, this is, it will take, it will also, sorry, it's not, then it will take away, take out, not included, it will include, it not include, this also not include. So the same way, it means the SQL Server IO cost is going to cost wasting the IO cost, because it's a checking unnecessary. So suppose if my tables are in a particular order, then very easily it will know where is the 140, directly it will go 143, 140, and it will take all the records if it's in an ordered way. Like I say order by employee ID. So now it's order, but again if you see that it's not a physically ordered, it's a just order by query is running, that's why it's ordered, but physically it's not. So index it make a physically ordered forever, permanently it make a in ordered way, that's why it's easier to find all the records very easy. So the same way, how can I make a cluster index, non-cluster index? Both of the syntax are the very easy, and easily we can apply. So see here, firstly I'm writing the syntax. So I write here index, name of the index, sorry, firstly I will say like create index, same like we create a constraint. So I say here create index, sorry, name of the index, whether it may be clustered, non-clustered, again you will say index, and the name of the index, whatever name you want to give. So I say like index name on object. Basically it's a object is a table, but what happened, view is also a object, but really view is not a table. Some view also can be used as index, so that's why I'm saying an object, not a table. But you can consider table as object, or the very similar but not exactly same. I'm making clear, objects and table are not very similar. Okay, object name. So you also say in a square bracket, uh, this way, round bracket, sorry, in round bracket you will say name of the column. Okay, on which column name you want to apply as per your table name. Like I want say here employee ID, F name, L name, department name, city name, so you will put any column name here, or n number of the column you can give here. It's your choice if you want to make a composite, but okay. And you will also say here what's the way of the index you want to make here. So you will say here ascending, and here also whatever you like, ascending or descending, it's your choice. You can make here ascending or descending, both are the okay. But if you are not saying about this ascending or descending, then by default it's ascending. Okay, so that's the way you make an index. So now see here, you also can say unique index. That's a later part, but it's optional. You want to give or not, it's optional. Okay, if you are not giving, then it's not a unique index. It may be a duplicate also entry there. So now I make an index over on employee ID. You can make an index on any column, but here right now I'm going to make an index on employee ID over person table. So simply I will say create. I'm talking about cluster index, then we will talk about a cluster index. Then I will say cluster index, then give it the name. I say its name is index, so I say cluster, it means CL, and name of the column emp ID. It's your wish, whatever you like you can. And I'm saying name of the table on person table, person TBL. Okay, person table. So now I'm saying about the column name. So column name I'm saying it's employee ID, and I copy this table before executing the query, so that I can show you what impact after the index. So now you will notice I take another sheet, I copy here, I paste on Excel from SQL Server. Yeah, I pasted here. This is the normal before indexing. Okay, now I create an index and I execute index. Now index has been applied. Now let us see after the index how our table look like. Select star from person table. Now you will notice that my data has been ordered on a employee ID basis. Now I see that before the index our data in this way, but now our data has been applied in this way. Okay, so if I try to run any insert query, then you will notice that our record would not be go here. It will go automatically as per the this employee order sequence. So suppose like I want to say insert into person table values, I say like 1110 and name like Tom, George, and department like I say ops, and a city like Tokyo. You will notice that 110 it comes just after 109. I run here. Now I show you select using select query. Now I said it will come after 109. So that's the cluster index, and Now I refresh you. What happened when I apply the cluster index? You will see here index has been applied. So I expand the columns here. So this is the key, this is the constant, this is trigger, and index. I said I applied a cluster index, so that's the cluster index. The name I given IXCL imp ID, that's the name of the indexing. So the same like a constant here, index can be seen like a clustered index. So okay, now let us see. And there is another also, we have a command so that you can easily verify all the commands indexing over your table. So it's a very simple, it's a stored procedure, system stored procedure. So you write a simple query, execute sp underscore help index, name of the table, so I say person table, and execute this, and you will get the details about the index. So I see here index name is this, that's the cluster index, and this is employee ID, the name of the table column, that's the employee ID. It means index has been applied on employee ID. Okay, so the same way you can disable, enable, or any kind of the index, you can also do that. So how do you drop or how you modify the index? Same like alter, like I say alter index, name of the index. So I had name of the index is this, or you can easily find from here. Sorry. So I'm going to alter this. Okay, and yeah, so I will tell on table name, table name is the person table, it's object name, and whatever I want I can say like a rebuild, drop, sorry, like a rebuild, disable. So this way I can disable this index here, and like I want show you here. If you want to rebuild, so firstly I show you disable. Okay, so now I disable this index. When it been disabled, it means that when you insert anything, any value, it will automatically go, sorry, index has been disabled, so you cannot run the query. Before that proceed, I would like to because it's not being happened because index has been disabled, so data cannot be organized, that's why it's not going to give you the output. So here I do one thing, that I will rebuild, try to rebuild, alter index. So if it's not working, it's been disabled, nor you can insert any command. So again I will go to rebuild the index over here. So I say this same here, index name on table name. Okay, so I will say here rebuild, then our index automatically rebuild up here. Okay, so now index has been rebuilded. So again you can run the select query, you can make an insert any value. So now if you want to drop the index, so the same like you remove constraint in a SQL Server, so simply say like drop index and then name of the index from name of the table or object name from person table. Okay, so I execute and that has been dropped away. So now I show you here. Now these data are organized in the same way here again. Now I try to run, you see that it's a 110 and it's 120, and now I'm going to make an entry for 110 employee ID. Okay, so now I run this and I use select query. Yeah, now you'll notice that this time it's not gone to upside, it gone to the downside, bottom side, at the end side of the records. Okay, so that's a cluster index. So a cluster index, it means that it will remain inside a table and it will physically try to maintain the orders of the table. Okay, okay, so this is about the cluster index. Now I go to the non-cluster index. Okay, so non-cluster index, it means that it's just like a memory. It will make a memory and where it will store the address of the all the tables, all the records. So like I create again a table. Okay, no issue. I drop this table and I will use this drop table again. Drop table. I say person table. I execute it and table has been deleted. Again I'll take this, I copy and I make a comments non-clustered index. Okay, so I create a table, insert some values. Name of the table is person table. Now let us see, select start from person table. Now the data has been ordered. Sorry, data has been not ordered because I had not made apply any index. Okay, so see here, I make an index over f name and l name. Okay, so like I create simply create index way. So the same way I create an index. This time I'm talking about a non-clustered index. Okay, so I say create index cluster index, sorry, non-cluster index, non-clustered index, and name of the index I say ix and c non-cluster index, and I make it a f name. Okay, now I say about which tables you want to apply. Then I will say on name of the table is person table and I say f name. Okay, so you will notice that I'm making a index on this, but I'm not going to make a cluster index, so it will make a memory on another location. Okay, so now index has been applied, but you will notice that data is not being ordered here, not physically. Okay, so same like I can say here, it will try to make a memory and in this way. Okay, so like an address x, it's always a hexadecimal. So this way SQL Server make a memory for itself. Okay, so and so on. But here you will notice that this data are always in an ordered way. So in the terms of the ordered way, it means that it will make our data in this way. So this way so and so here you can make here, but so I'm saying like that. So see here, an index has been applied. So when you make any query, SQL Server firstly comes to this memory address. This is the not a physically you appear for you, but it will definitely remain in SQL Server memory. So when you make any query, SQL query, so this will using a f name, like you want to say select start from person table here, f name equal I say j, and you run this query. Okay, so SQL Server directly goes inside a table memory location, and it will try to find that's the ordered way. So simply it will go here as you say where f name equals j. So it will know that fname has an index, so it will go in the table and it will check that it has an index. So it will go here and it will find j is here and it will get here address. It means that in this table j resides on this memory location, so SQL Server directly goes on the particular memory location and it will fetch all the j records. So maybe j is n numbers of the time, then it will restore all the address of the j. Okay, so directly it will get all the records which has the name fname as a j, and it will give you quick records. So simply cluster index useful when you have a huge numbers of the data, because it will go in a memory address location table, and then it will find the records via address memory location. Each time it will go in the address memory location. But what happen, you have a very small amount of the data in a table, then you can ignore non-cluster index. Okay, because SQL Server directly can fetch the data from the table, but if it's a small number of the data of the table, but it's a really a very huge number of the data in a table, then refer a non-cluster index or cluster index, whatever you find suitable. Okay, so you can make a cluster index, non-cluster index on a same table using the multiple using the different column or same column. It's not any kind of the violation. So I show you how you can make a cluster index and non-cluster index. Now if I show you that data is not being sorted, now if I show you how you can make a data on a composite key, let us see. Firstly, I show you how you can make a n numbers of the index on here. So I show you here lname. I'm making an index, cluster index, non-cluster index already on fname, but now I'm saying create non-cluster index. Sorry, I'm saying like cluster index. I say ix and saying cluster index. So now I say on two of the names, like I say L and D. Okay, I'm making a L and D both. Okay, cluster index I'm saying about. So see, like I'm saying on person table. So I say here like L name ascending and city as descending order. Okay, so now you will say that L name and city would be sorted always in this way, because I'm applying cluster index. So physically it will try to make an indexing here. Okay, now I have been applied. Now let us see. I select only this, select start from person table. I'm not going to this. Yeah, see here that now you will notice that my L name has been sorted in ascending order D, K, M, R, T. Okay, and now notice city has been ordered as, sorry, L name has been ordered as ascending order like D, K, M, R, T, and city name is ordered as a descending order like M, T, R, K, R, T, B, M, P. What happens that it's try to make, but it's also have to maintain the combination with this. Okay, so firstly it's sorted in this way and later on this priority. Okay, but when you will notice that both are the sorted in the same way, what happens if you try to make order and the same value, then it will, you can check it. Okay, otherwise if you notice, then I can drop this index and I make a both. So I say drop index, name of the index, I run this. Oh sorry, I drop it, I again make it ascending. Okay, and now you'll notice that index has been dropped, and now I create an index over here. Yeah, sorry, index has been applied already. So now I show you here. Now notice that it's always in ascending, this is also in ascending order, but both are first priority is this and later priority is this, but both are the ordered in the same way. So try, if you make any entry, then it will goes according to the earlier on the alphabetical way, alphabetical order. Now let's come to unique index. Unique index is just so like if I say here already I made an index, any of the value I can make here duplicate, no issue. So like I run the same query here again, insert. Now you'll notice that same all the records has been inserted here, same like 153 here. Employee ID has already a cluster index, so that's why it's trying to make its order. So both are the duplicate. Okay, so I make an unique index. Unique index try to enforce the duplicate, to remove the duplicate and make a uniqueness of the table. So I drop index here again. Sorry, I'm just dropping the table. Drop table, person table, and I create table again and make some entry. So now I'll say unique index. Unique may be clustered, non-clustered, no issue, but when you say about see, when you say about unique, unique means that it will try to maintain unique records, whether same like a unique constraint, like one time can be null value but not a repeating null. Okay, so I say here unique constraint has been applied. So firstly I'm talking about non-clustered index. Okay, so when you say about a primary key and unique key, that the logic is here. I'm going to explain today and you will automatically understand about a unique key and primary key. So before going to the primary before going to here, I create a table for you. Create table tbj. Okay, I say id integer primary key, here I say here like 20. Into tbj values I say here 110 and I say like Kumar. Select star from tbj. Okay, so see here I create a table with a primary key. Okay, now you will notice primary key has been created as a constraint. So as you notice that is a cluster index, I said a cluster index can be only one time in an entire table, in the table. So tbj is here, sorry tbj, let me refresh so that it will appear here. Yeah, tbj is here. I made a primary key, so you will notice that's a primary key. I didn't give any name, that's why it's a random name is here as a primary key. Now notice I said cluster index, so you notice that primary key itself a cluster index. Okay, so cluster index, it means that it will try to maintain its order automatically over id column. Okay, so see, like if I make an entry insert, so you will notice that data has been inserted and notice its id is 100. So now let us see, make it like 85. So 85 automatically goes to the above of the 100. Okay, now again I insert and select, and then you see that 85 automatically goes here because cluster index has been applied here. But when you make a so I said if you made already a cluster index on a table and later, so see another way. Create table tbj tbx Okay, tbx, I say id integer primary name bracket, I said 20. Okay, so now you will notice I said only primary. Oh sorry, I need to drop it. I need to drop it. Drop table tbx, because when I create a primary key it will make cluster index automatically. So I will avoid making a cluster index over id. I'll make a cluster index on a name. Okay, so I drop this table and first now I create a table again here. There is no primary key, I'm creating table here. So now has been applied, and now see here, and now I create an index, create index, name of the create index, and the kinds of the index you want, and you will say here name of the index. So I say here sorry, create cluster index, and then name of the index. So I say name of the index is ix cluster index over id. So no over name. Okay, so now tell on table name which is tbx. Now I am talking about another table, okay, not tbz, so keep in mind. So I say name. Okay, it means that cluster index is being applied over name column. Okay, and ascending, I say here ascending, you can ignore, no issue. Index has been created. Now let us see. tbx is winning here. Now id name column has a cluster index. Okay, so it means that name try to maintain its order, not a name, so not a id. So see here, I make an insert query, insert into tbx. So I say name like Kumar. Okay, so I simply make an insert query here. Now value has been inserted. Select star from tbx. Select here. Now see here, and again I say like this Aman. So you will notice that I say here like 15, or I will say 15, yeah. So you will notice that it will go to the upside of the Aman Kumar, because here like I make it here, yeah, I run this. So you'll notice that Aman are being sorted because I made a cluster index over name column. Okay, so it's being automatically sorted. So like if I say here like 7, and now I say like Bina. So again you will notice that it will be sorted to the downside, whether it's 7 is the ID, but I made a cluster index over, so you will notice that it will go to the downside. So Vina is here. Now you will notice, and now I try to make a primary key here. So when you make a primary key, then primary key try to maintain its uniqueness, but it will not enforce to go up or down, because it just only make a uniqueness always and avoid to null. So problem is here that I made a ID, I should say it not null, but I didn't say it's not null. So I will try to alter then R table as a not null, then later I can easily make a primary key. Directly if you try to make a primary key, then you cannot say primary key, like alter table tbx. Now I said add constant name of the constraint, so I say pk, I say id primary key, and name of the column is id. So id is already set to null. Here you can say, but when you make a primary key, then you will notice that it always must be a not null, so it will give me an error because it's not null not set. So firstly I will alter table tbx, then I will say alter column, name of the column is id int not null. It's being a not null set. I refresh here, so now you see that not null has been set. So now I add here primary key. Oh sorry, it's a say its name is already exist, so I will say here another name, like I make it, yeah, tbx. I change it to tbx, primary key id tbx. Now it will accept, because primary key should not, same primary key or same constraint name never should be exist in the entire database or a specific database. So in my class there may be a pk underscore id as any constraint, so that's why the violation are throwing an error. So I changed unique, so it will accept. Now I show you. So when you notice that see here key constraint now index, so see here this time this is a primary key, and you will notice it's non-clustered because already I made a cluster index over name, so another cluster index cannot be in a table. Okay, so that's why this time primary key is this. So if you try to insert any value, it will not sorted by as a primary key, because primary key this time is not a clustered index, this time it's a non-clustered index. That's why it's not making an order of the sequence. Okay, so these all are about the primary key, foreign key, sorry my mistake, really I apologize. Yeah, so this is all about our indexing. So what I had covered here, like how to create how do we create index, and what's a complete analysis like cluster index, non-cluster index, unique index, composite index. I also covered composite index can be any cluster and not clustered. So how do we create, update, alter, drop, deep down index mechanism with primary key and unique key also gone. And so I think here I had done fully postmortem of the index in easiest way. If again still you have query, please write me, or you can call me over Telegram. So if you want to join a live with me, then you can call me at 9 PM as per the Indian time. Here I mentioned you, it's my Telegram ID. You can reach me here, Kumar Analytics, search me, and you can directly connect me. If you want to have a live session, then you can join me at 9 PM every day. Okay, so last thing I would like to let you know, if someone asks you that what happened, someone say like unique key and primary key, and if someone asks you that set not null, someone asks you to set not null on unique key, then should it be same to primary key? Then you will say no, never. It's your answer. You will say no, never, because by default primary key is clustered index. If already not any clustered index in the table. Okay, so that's the basic difference, because when you make if someone asks you that you set a not null, you set null not on unique, then it will would be a primary key. Then you can say that may be behavior like a primary key. It means like that it will not accept null value and it will not repeat any value, but technically it would not exactly. Its features may be same, its attribute may be same, its functionality may be similar, but some functionality cannot be similar, like it doesn't make an order. Unique key doesn't make an order. However, primary key by default try to make an order, because primary key by default are a cluster index. As I said, cluster index always try to make it's an order and physically in a table, but unique key maybe physically if you declare as a cluster index, okay, but by default it doesn't. So that's a different. When you try to run itself, you will easily understand. If you have any query, you can ask me Telegram or you can comments here, and definitely I will clear that session in next session for your query. So thank you for your time, and definitely if you like really my session, please support me in terms of make a comments what you are feeling about this session. If you are you want to give any feedback, you can give me feedback. Your feedback would be really appreciated, and thank you for your time. And next session I would go further here. Every day I make a session. If someone wants to learn SQL Server on a professional level, definitely I will help you. So my session will lead you up to the 4 years of the experience, similar to the 4 years of the experience of the candidate, and you can compete with him. So next session would be about this select statement. So how you will write the query, select statement, these all, and so on. This is going the complete SQL Server session, so you will learn. So next hour would be this. Okay, so thank you for your time. If you like, then you can press like button on my video, and if you do not like, please press dislike. I also dislike. So thank you for your time. Bye bye.